welcome to Beauty Tip Thursday. I honestly cannot believe that it's already Thursday. My week has gone by just like so fast. It's probably a good thing, maybe a bad thing. I'm not quite sure yet. Anyways, but today's tip, as you guys know, I'm doing beauty tips every Thursday, is about oily skin and how to manage it. I have oily skin. I mean, personally, I'd rather have oily skin over dry skin just because you're less likely to get wrinkles, is what I've heard. But just that your skin tends to get more moisture. But that's beside the point. I mean, regardless of what kind of skin you have, there's pros and cons to it, and we all have to deal with it in our way. I mean, I'm sure everyone who has oily skin is like, oily skin sucks, and then everyone who has dry skin is like, dry skin sucks, and I'm not really sure what combination skin probably says, but they're probably just sitting in the corner watching the two fight. Anyways, today I'm just going to give you guys some tips and some of my favorite products that I have used and that I have found effective on keeping my oily skin to a minimum, especially when you're wearing makeup, and just kind of keep it from getting, because oily skin can cause your pores to clog, you tend to have more blackheads, and you tend to have deep, like more defined pores. So that's what I'm going to do today. So the first tip is cleansing. I really think that as a person who has oily skin, your cleansers should have products in it, or ingredients, I guess is the better word, that helps soak up excess oil. Oil on your skin, just like oil in your hair, is good for your skin. You know, your skin produces it for a reason, and your hair produces it for a reason, because it just helps. Your body needs those special oils that those produce, and your hair needs it and your skin needs it. But you do need stuff, sometimes you have excess of it, and sometimes you need stuff that can kind of soak up the excess. My nose is running, sorry. Soak up the excess stuff. So, like honey is a good one. Tea tree oil is really good on soaking up any type of excess oil. Black sugar, charcoal, certain types of clay and mud are good for doing that. So, my personal favorite cleanser is the Dark Angels by Lush. It is, I'm almost out, I'm gonna have to go get more. But it looks like that. It is like black, as you guys can tell, and it kind of has some sparkle in it. That's because Dark Angels by Lush is made with some type of mud. I don't remember what type of mud. It's made with a type of mud, charcoal, and black sugar is like the three main ingredients in it. And all those three ingredients together really helps soak up the oil in your skin. The black sugar kind of acts like an exfoliator, kind of acts like getting a mini facial every time you wash your face. It acts like an exfoliator. It's going to help get rid of the dead skin cells on your face. It's going to help kind of slosh off anything on your face that may be on there. So I highly recommend this product to anyone who has oily skin. Ever since I started using this, I have noticed a massive difference in my skin, and how less oily it is, how less clogged my pores are. I'm not sponsored by them, don't worry, I bought all this stuff with my own money. It's just, I love this product so much, and I would really recommend it to anyone who has oily skin. The next one is facials and masks. People with oily skin should do a facial at least once a week, or a mask at least once a week. Make sure you really get products that are designed to help soak up that oil and really cleanse out your pores. Once again, I'm a Lush fanatic. My favorite all-time face mask is Cupcake by Lush. It is their fresh face mask, so you have to keep it in the refrigerator, and it is made with chocolate and sandalwood. Sandalwood is also really good for people with oily skin. So that's what it looks like. It actually smells like a brownie is what it smells like, not a cupcake. But this stuff is amazing, and anything that has kind of, if you're not going to use like an exfoliator, or if you're not going to use a cleanser with an exfoliator in it, I'd also suggest the love lettuce. The love lettuce really helps soak up oil, but it also has the ground up almonds in it, so it really helps exfoliate your skin. This product is amazing, and when you mix these two together, I mean, I have noticed such a big difference in my skin. It's insane. And I've noticed that my pores aren't quite as clogged, and I'm not getting quite as many pimples or blackheads or anything like that. So I would suggest that. Papaya is really good. Like I said, honey is really good if you want to do a papaya honey mask. That is really good. Just kind of anything that is triggered towards oily skin, I would suggest doing. The next one is when you're using toners, always make sure you use an oil-free toner. Because if you don't use an oil-free toner, then you're just putting oil back on your face, and you're defeating the purpose of trying to get rid of oil. My all-time favorite toner is Witch Hazel, and this is original. This is Dixon's original Witch Hazel, and this is the pore perfecting toner. The reason they have an oily one that's designed towards oily skin, but I have very defined pores through my T-zone, so I get a lot of blackheads through like in between my eyebrows, you know, on my nose and then on my chin area. So I have the pore perfecting toner. I will warn you guys, Witch Hazel does not have the greatest smell on the planet. I mean, it doesn't smell awful, but it doesn't smell incredible either. I mean, it definitely smells like medicated. If you guys have ever used like medicated acne treatments, it's kind of what it smells like. But it works amazing, and it is oil free. All Witch Hazel stuff is normally oil free, but I would recommend this to almost anyone, I guess, but especially if you have oily skin, and especially if you have defined pores like I do, which people with oily skin tend to have a bit of more defined pores because they're constantly getting clogged up. So I would really suggest this to people, but as long as you use any type of toner that is triggered towards oil skin, or is oil-free. Tea tree, anything with tea tree oil in it, I know this is tea tree oil, but tea tree is really good at soaking up excess oil. I know it isn't oil, but it kind of does the opposite effect. Anything with tea tree in it, I would suggest. I know that there's a lot of products out there that, I know there's a lot of toners out there that are tea tree based. Lush has a tea tree based toner, so if you guys want to do that too. But I would recommend doing stuff that is oil free and that is designed towards oily skin. And my next one is always make sure you moisturize. I know that a lot of people who have oily skin tend to be like, oh, I have oily skin and I don't need to moisturize. You actually do. Everyone needs to moisturize, because things in moisturizers, they have things in moisturizers that will help balance out your skin and will help balance out the oils in the skin. So right now, this is just the one I'm using at the moment. I am using the Olay Complete All Day Moisturizer with sunscreen, so it has SPF 15 in it. I had been looking for a new moisturizer, and I had heard that this was really good for oily skin. So far, I've been using it for a few weeks. It seems to be working pretty well. Just the one I'm using at the moment. Any moisturizer that is triggered towards oily skin, it will say it on it. I have the sensitive one just because I tend to get a little sensitive around my nose, so I just use a sensitive one. But that is also something you need to do. You need to make sure you moisturize every day. Do not skip moisturizing. Even if you're not putting makeup on, even if you're just lounging around at home, and even if you're not going out in the sun, you need to put moisturizer on. And my dog keeps walking back and forth between this. I'm so sorry. The last one is anytime you guys go out in the sun, make sure you put sunscreen on. Oil and sun tend to just, bad things happen. And it just helps. Your face is really sensitive, so just make sure that you always put moisturizer and sun lotion, or sunscreen. Sun lotion? That doesn't make any sense. Sunscreen on. That is all of my tips. I will link everything down below for you, kind of just like my favorite, these are my favorite products and my stuff that I'm using. You guys can use anything that you want. Just make sure it is designed for oily skin, and anything that you use that is toner based, make sure that it is oil free. So that's all I have to say, and I hope this was helpful, and I hope that your guys' oily skin starts working towards you. She's really affectionate. Hi, Specs. Make sure you check out last video. It was how to dye your hair red with no pre-bleaching. It has bleach in it, but no pre-bleaching. So I will link that also below at the end of the video. And I hope this was helpful. Subscribe, because every Thursday I am doing beauty tips. So except for the first Thursday of every month, which is favorites. And I have a special surprise for you guys for favorites, so make sure you subscribe so you guys can figure out what the awesome surprise is. I'm so excited for the first Thursday of February. Anyways, so just make sure you subscribe and like and comment, and I think that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!